What's going on, guys? Plastic Beach X3 back here with another One Piece sim video, and this time it's going to be another OP10 testing video utilizing the smoker strategy. So we're going to be playing the new RG smoker that just won Japan Nationals or some big Japan tournament. Yeah, and it's a pretty sick deck. I'm pretty excited for it. You know, depending on how it goes in my testing, I might like this better than Lim. Just because it does take advantage of the 8-drop kid, and that's one of my favorite cards, and the Hody is one of my favorite cards too, so yeah, I like the strategy a lot. It fits my playstyle, so let's get into the list that this guy played and won the Japanese Nets, I think is what it was. But for Otamna, and then so the 4 Otamna for a 2k counter, 4 Tashigi, the new Tashigi 3-drop 4k 2k counter, when one of your green characters other than itself would be removed from play. By an opponent's effect, you can rest this card instead. So it's essentially a very, I wouldn't say power crept Resonante, because Resonante is still pretty busted, but it does different things. It's a 2k counter, first of all, still summonable off the kid, can actually swing for 4 in some situations, and also, whereas Resonante, you have to lose the Resonante if kid is killed. Excuse me. You only have to rest this, so you get to keep both the kid and the Tashigi on the field if they try to remove the kid with a red rock or something. And then it also deals with other things that are not KO, but also it cannot. It's not a blocker, first of all, and also it just can't save from battle. So, and it also can't save while it's rested. So Resonante can save stuff while it's rested. This cannot. So ups and downs of both, but generally, in this deck, especially on like 9 Dawn, you could play the kid, leader ability, restand 2, play the smoke or the Tashigi off of the kid, and then hard play the Resonante, still have a Dawn for kid. So a lot of times you're playing both, and your events help back him up too. So besides the 2k counter, we also have the 2k counter Chopper, Punk Hazard cards, so searchable off the 4 of Virgo Searcher for Punk Hazard cards. And it's a 2k counter, 4-drop, 4k blocker, and then on your opponent's turn, it gains 2,000 power since it is a Punk Hazard card. Your leader ability makes it a 4-drop, 7k blocker, very powerful, and a 2k counter. Going into the other Punk Hazard cards, 4 of the Sanji, just a very strong card to play out on your 3-down curve. It looks like this deck generally wants to go first. To take advantage of like Searcher into Sanji, into Tashigi, into Hody, or Ben Beckman into, finishing on the 8-drop. So very good card, just a staple 4 of for the deck, mid-rangey card. Your turn, it gains 3,000 power, so it's a 3-drop 6k on your turn, 1 Dawn under it, and it activates your leader ability. So you can you establish this on 3 Dawn, on 5 Dawn if you whiff on the smoker. You can always put a Dawn under it, swing 7, play the mole gun, restand 2, swing 7 with leader, something like that. And then on KO, draw a card, so it replaces itself if they try to swing into it for the easy 5-3 kill, and also against black decks it replaces itself. And then 2 of the Monet, which I think this is only here for Dofi. I'm not exactly sure. I don't really know how to play this deck. I guess as a fair warning, this is my first 4 games with the deck ever, but I'm making this after I played those, so I know a little bit. I've seen a little bit of play patterns and stuff, but I believe this is only for the Doflamingo strategy. I'm assuming you can kill 7Ks, so into GP Luffy, which this deck was made into the EBO2 meta for the Japan Nationals, but this card you can pair it with the Ben Beckman to KO the Sanji Pudding. And also, just in general against Doflamingo, you can play this out, give 2 Dawn, minus 1,000, you're swinging 7 into 4. It's pretty good. And then for other Punk, so these 2 are Punk Hazard cards as well. This Smoker, very good card, 5-drop 7k, banish with no Dawn investment whatsoever, so it's pretty good. And then activate main, set up 1 Dawn is active, and then you can't restand stuff, so you can't Cavendish afterwards with character effects. But it doesn't interfere with your leader ability, so with this on the field and this on the field, you're gaining 3 extra Dawn every single turn after you play something, so very tempo, very aggressive. And then, yeah, so I think that's about all the Punk Hazard cards. I guess this is also a Punk Hazard card, the Kamakura Josushi. It's a counter for 2 Dawn, choose up to a leader character, it gets plus 3,000, and then you can minus 2,000 to something else on the field. So, you know, obviously very good to pair with Kid and searchable off of the Virgo. And then for other just like tech slots, we got the Baccarat, 3-drop 4K, blocker that lets you trash any card to make it into a 2K counter essentially whenever your opponent attacks. So obviously summonable off the Kid in this deck. And also you can filter extra Kids, extra Hodies, extra Smokers, as you see fit, and extra Mulguns. And then for the 7-drop Beckman, just a very good removal tool in this deck. Also, like I said, pairable with the Monet to get a 7K. Very good card. And then for the 8-drop Kid, of course, 4 of the Hodie Jones, busted card. Still is. You know, in theory, very good against Blackbeard because it just has the rush. Very good against Dofi. Very good against Shanks to tap like the Lucky Roo and stuff to keep hitting face. Very good card. 1 Radical Beam. Alright. And then 3 of the new Gum Mole Gun out of the starter deck. Whenever OP10 comes out, I might have to switch this up with something else until the starter deck comes out, because I'm not exactly sure when that starter deck is supposed to come out. But essentially, I think this is purely, if I had to guess, and based on the meta in Japan, this is purely to have a 1 card out to the Sanji Pudding, because that card is fucking busted. So, if you don't have an out for that card in your deck, you're probably losing, and this deck's out for it. It kills a 7,000 essentially, as long as you have a 6,000 or more in the field, which with the Sanji you should always have one, and with all the other high drops, yeah, very good card. But like I said, an OP10 might switch it out with something else. I'm not exactly sure, but regardless, let's get into the games. Peace out. Alright, we got a game against Usopp, and I don't know if I'm supposed to go first or second with this deck yet. But we're trying both. Let's try first. I feel like that's better because of, you know, Rebecca. So it looks like a 5 into a Sanji angle. Obviously, wish we had the Tashigi, but his leader can't swing this turn, so that's good. So go here, 7. Then we can Baccarat leader ability, swing 8, I guess. Yeah, I feel like I just want to get really aggressive at his life here because my hand is like double Hodie. Sure. Curious to see what they Rebecca into here. Okay, okay. They just choose not to swing with the Kairos, which is crazy. So we can go Hody, get the 2 Dawn back. We could play Sanji, but I feel like Sanji might just get removed. And we can only hold up 2 or 1. Whereas, does it really matter? I think it is going to matter if we hold up 2 here this turn. So it looks like we're just going to swing 7, 8, 8, hold up the event. And here we can like pivot if they take both of these. Okay, they're not, but if they did, we could pivot into a 10 swing with the smoker restand. Yeah, I feel like the Sanji just gets dealt with by too much in their deck, whereas like a 7-drop, where I was gonna play double 7-drop anyway, but whereas this, there's just not a lot they can do besides go for game. This gives me plus 3,000 during this battle, and then it could minus 2,000 during the turn. Sure. What? Come on, man. These unranked games are so fake. So now I can go 4 for the Sanji, or the Chopper, restand 2. There's nothing else for 4. I could play double Chopper, I guess. Swing 5 here. Good. Oh! I didn't mean to do that. Well, I guess we're swinging 9 then. Or 8. Doesn't matter, he's gonna block with Frankie anyway, but... He's gonna draw back a Bartolomeo and discard the Becca. So now we can grab a 2K, play the Sanji, leader ability, hold up the event again. And with 2 life, I don't think there's any way we die. Take it for the funsies of it. That's all she wrote, huh? Yeah, we're not really sure how exactly to play this deck, but I guess we'll learn. Jeez. Okay, so I think we've set up the kid, right? So on 8, we can still leader ability, play Tashigi, hold up the red beam. So I'm gonna take this. Maybe should have just played the Beckman, potentially, and killed this. But I could always do that next turn. I'll find a Usopp, which I'm not sure what that does for him here. Okay. Okay. Blocker 2K. Could play the Hody just to get the brick out of hand, but I want to remove this so he can't remove. I want to trash this so he can't remove this. I guess. Just your ability. 9, 8. Okay, bro just hasn't used leader ability this whole game, so this is kind of a fake game, but whatever. Not really sure what his strategy is. Manga? Alright. Yeah, I mean, it's playing super event heavy. Yeah, still unsure of whether to go first or second. I just can't draw the smoker. Would love to get the smoker out of life. He's gonna draw the Hina off of his brand new. So we need 4 to 4. Let go. Swing 6. Gosh. No Rebecca's in trash. Seems good for us. Could have definitely just like played the Corazon, swung 5/8, but that wouldn't have protected against this, I guess. Easy. So we could definitely hold up the Rat Beam, play the Corazon, swing 5. Play double Corazon. And not hold up the Rat Beam. You know what I should have done? I should have played the Tashigi over the second Corazon. I should have played the Tashigi off of the kid effect. In case he had another Ice Age Tashigi. My 2K Rosinante is pretty nasty. Yep, kid is so broken. Best card, maybe the best card, like meta relevant card that's ever come out of OP10. Like the most meta relevant card to ever come out of OP10. 11 and 12. 10. Alright, we have a game against Usopp. I chose to go first. Once again, no smoker, but we do have Hody, Beckman. Maybe we should mulligan for Sanji. In these types of matchups, the removal matchups. Bro, do I even play Tashigi or a smoker? Jeez. Not sure if that's the right play or not, but I think this king just get killed by Zoro. But not much I feel like I can do about that. Did not draw the Zoro. He has 6 cards in hand, so I think I'm just gonna Beckman this Cavendish, restand 2, swing 7. Obviously next turn play the 8-drop kid. They're gonna go Rebecca, Kairos, bounces Sun or Chopper. So I can play the kid. We stand 2. Oh, sorry. We stand 2. Can I still play Corazon? I think so. So Rebel establishes Tashigi so that he can't bounce the kid, and then obviously the Resonante so he can't KO the kid. Next turn, assuming we can like keep our kid alive this turn, probably gonna be a Hody turn. We'll go down to 0. So we can stop this Frankie from being so annoying. This deck's pretty nice. This deck's pretty sick. Bounce it to Shigi. Play the Barto, gonna get Hodied. It didn't even swing Kairos into kid because he has a Coliseum, he could have done that. Gonna restand 2. Swing 7. We'll just play it safe, go 6. 8. And now we can guarantee it. Otherwise, could have played the Tashigi for 3, put a Dawn under kid. Been pretty nice. Alright, so here's the deck one more time. Deck's pretty sick. Has a lot of really good combos, and it feels like it's very tuned for the meta that is upcoming into like a Dofi. Like this card seems pretty breasted into Dofi. There's another card that I was like, okay, and the Monet is obviously tailored towards the Dofi as well. So it has like good Dofi, and like Kid is pretty good against Dofi, assuming they're not in like Red Rock and stuff, which a lot of times they're not, and Hodie's obviously really good against Dofi. So it seems like it's like a good, you know, in theory has a good Dofi matchup, and then can go, like Kid is just a busted card. I mean, there's not much else to say about it. Kid and Hodie are just very busted cards, and I think this deck can capitalize on it. It's essentially a Bonnie deck that can play removal, and just because it has the Bonnie cards of like these 5 playsets cards, and then it has like Cavendish in the leader ability itself, so it just seems like a very consistent Bonnie deck, but a little bit more aggressive, and has a lot of other tools to deal with other meta threats. So very cool deck. I'm probably going to keep playing it, but either way, GG's to all those guys. Make sure to subscribe to Plastic Beach X3 for more One Piece videos, and peace out.